Hello, I'm TheNerdySteve, and welcome to my movie review channel. If you like what you see, I'd appreciate you liking, commenting, or subscribing. Today, I will be reviewing The Monkey in one take. So, let's go. Now, I haven't fully read Stephen King's short story that inspired this film, but I also don't care how faithful or not this film is to the story. I'm going to judge the film as its own entity. I just wanted to acknowledge that. A cursed toy monkey haunts a family. When its key is turned, someone dies. And not in the most pleasant way either. Despite any attempt by the family to destroy this abomination, it always returns. The monkey was phenomenally gruesome, and this is where it shines. There are a lot of created deaths, and I laughed out loud at many of them. There are a couple of bodies that explode in ways that I don't think could ever actually happen, but that's why it was hilarious. I didn't think humans could ever be this volatile, but here we are. And there was one involving entrails that made me gasp and squeal with horror. It was lovely. The deaths were where this film was at its best. They were creative, unique, engaging, and hilarious. And they happen pretty frequently throughout the film, so I appreciated their pacing. The movie sets up this expectation early on that we will be seeing constant graphic deaths, and then more than lives up to it. Though there was a very underwhelming one towards the end of the film that left a huge sour taste in my mouth. It just wasn't CGI'd well enough for me, and stood out as significantly lesser quality than all the other ones. But that's a little nitpicky. They were mostly all just absolutely terrific. But outside these deaths, most of the comedy in the movie fell flat for me. Though Theo James, who plays our main character Hal, does a wonderful job reacting to these deaths. There's a whimsical sense of what just happened mixed with of course that just happened. That landed so well. But outside those moments, I didn't find the film particularly humorous. And I think part of the reason is that the film also tries to tackle a lot of different relationship dynamics to develop the characters a bit more. But I didn't believe that part of the world building. Most of them seem to be like caricatures more than anything. For example, there's a scene with Elijah Wood that got a decent chuckle out of me, but it seemed its purpose was to give some background information to the relationship Hal has with his son, Petey. But I felt what the scene added was way too complicated for what the story needed. I don't know why we got all of these auxiliary characters when we could have just focused on the main relationships. I think the film would have had a much more successful and meaning narrative if it kept the script a little tighter. Because of the absurdity of the film's premise, I don't think the added family drama was necessary and instead took away from what was good about the movie. Osgood Perkins also directed the horror film Longlegs that was released last year. Sadly, that was before I had my YouTube channel, so I didn't review it. But one of my largest criticisms of Longlegs is that it blended two styles of horror, occult and mystery, in a way that didn't work for me. I felt the separate parts of the movie suffered while trying to cater to the two. I feel the same for The Monkey. The drama surrounding the comedy just didn't work for me. I love the aesthetics of both movies. I love the bold choices of both. However, the totality of each film didn't work for me. Overall, I think The Monkey does a successful job of fitting into the cursed horror genre. If you liked Final Destination, I think you're going to enjoy this movie. I wish it was a little funnier. I wish the plot was a little less complicated. I wish I cared more about the relationship between the father and son. For me, it's a couple of edits away from being a much more engaging film. But at a very quick 1.5 hours, it respects the viewer's time. And I respect that. I'm the Nerdy Steve, and thank you so much for watching. And as always, like and subscribe and comment below to tell me how right or wrong you think I am. Have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. Bye.